Wow, Devin, that sounded great. The piano lessons really paid off. You were really rocking that Wurlitzer piano.
Thank you. Say, didn't they have a Wurlitzer piano factory in DeKalb?
Yep, in DeKalb, Illinois, they had a Wurlitzer piano factory. But you know what it was really famous for?
What?
Well, it wasn't just for the pianos. It was for a top secret mission they had with the government.
Really?
They made over 200 drones during World War II. So the very first drones that the U.S. military ever employed, which were during World War II, were made at the Wurlitzer piano factory in DeKalb. You know, it's so top secret, the employees didn't even know they were making drones.
No.
That's true. Do you want to learn more about it?
Sure, tell me more.
The story starts in August of 1919. It was actually August 2nd. Rudolf Wurlitzer Company bought the piano company Melville Clark, which was located in DeKalb, Illinois, on Pleasant Street in DeKalb. The factory produced pianos, and they also had a traveling live performance piano band. And they continued with the band, and they continued making pianos. Now they were Wurlitzer pianos in DeKalb, Illinois. The piano business and organ business thrived. On the 1920s, there was a transition. The movie theaters started making actual movies with tracks that had sound, and there was no more need for silent movies, and theaters were not purchasing organs. And the Wurlitzer Company started transitioning. They made pianos along with jukeboxes, became one of the mainstays in their business. And the business continued to be successful. In 1941, on December 7th, the Empire of Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the United States declared war on the Empire of Japan and Nazi Germany. And there was a need early in the war. The United States government did not like seeing so many pilots being killed and shot out of the sky. So they started using drones, and the first drone was the TDR-1. And while it had a camera on the nose of the plane, it was effective with gaining footage on what the enemy was doing and where they were at, and gathering data on bombing areas. And they were used for bombing targets with a remote control. But however, the TDR-1 was not as effective because it was so slow that the enemy did have an easy time shooting down the TDR-1s. There was a new plane engineered as a drone, which was called the TDR-3. And this is where the Wurlitzer Company comes into play. Due to the shortage of metals during World War II, the United States needed to make this TDR-3 primarily out of wood. And they would need a wood expert that could engineer wood to have curves and angles. And there was one particular company that was notorious for being able to manipulate wood that would have curves and angles. And that was the Wurlitzer Piano Company out of DeKalb, Illinois. Now they entered into a contract in 1942 to design and manufacture 200 drones. Now during the war ended. There were only 14 drones made at the Wurlitzer Piano Factory in DeKalb. But these planes did prove to be effective. They were deployed in the Southeast Pacific, and they did conduct successful bombing missions on the Empire of Japan during World War II. And today there are over 5,000 drones used by our United States military. So the Wurlitzer Piano Factory takes a special place in our history in helping us win the war against the Empire of Japan and Germany. Well, Devin, what did you think of the story?
Oh, it was really cool. Yeah, how did those Wurlitzer factories start, actually?
Well, it started in 1853, actually, when Mr. Rudolf Wurlitzer came from Germany and he settled in Cincinnati, Ohio. He had worked in a piano factory in Cincinnati. He loved the piano. He had never played the piano, but he learned how to make them and he started his own factory. And then after he died in 1915, it was 1919 when his sons bought the factory in DeKalb and started making Wurlitzer pianos. And the Wurlitzer Piano Company went out of business in 1985. Now the old factory is not the Wurlitzer Piano Company, it's the Sealy Mattress Company. So instead of the best pianos in the world, they make the best mattresses in the world. Okay, from the top, let's do it again.